Hey family, good morning everyone. Good morning, come on in, come on in. Good morning, good morning, good morning everyone. What a blessed day it is. I am coming to you all live on my commute to work. I haven't did this in a long time, but it is so beautiful out here. Come on in, come on in. We just bless the Lord this morning and thank God for starting us on our way. He has given us yet another day to rejoice and be glad, to be thankful in this day that He has given us. We bless God for that. I'm hitting these corners, these hills hard. But good morning, y'all. Good morning. Thank God for allowing me to be able to come on this morning. I had thought that I may not come on this morning, but on my commute to work, it's really a time that I can quiet myself and be still and hear what the Lord is saying and just think about the goodness of the Lord, right? Do y'all do that while you in your car and you driving and sometimes you got to turn everything off, right? And just think about the goodness of the Lord, just dwell on His goodness. And so I was doing that this morning. And, I was thinking about, because I was up early this morning. And, and the word came to me that when Christ is all you have, you realize that He is actually all you need. What? When He is all you have, then you realize that He is all you need. And I just want to send a word of encouragement to some of you all who may be fearful or afraid of becoming. Don't be afraid. Embrace it. I promise you, embrace it, because it will be the best decision that you have ever made in your life. And I say that because, because we are a people who want to be accepted by other people. But, it don't happen like that all the time, and there are reasons why it don't happen like that for some people, more than most, and sometimes it just simply is because you have been chosen to be different. It's nothing wrong with that. Embrace that uniqueness about yourself. If I could tell you all the times that I was afraid to become, I was afraid to step, and I was just afraid because of where I came from. And and I have a good family. If y'all know my family, I have a good family. I love my family. But the thing that I want you all to understand is that we don't choose the families that we have. We don't choose the life that we have, right? It's given to us, and it's given to us for a reason. And more often than not, it's because there's some people out there that you have been chosen to lead. What? No, you didn't ask for it, but it's something that God has put in us, every last one of us, before we was even born, right? So you didn't choose him, he chose you. You know, the word says is not because we loved him, but because of his great love for us, right? Because of his love for us. So don't fear, don't fear. Don't fear what you might lose in this season because of the choice that you make to follow God, right? Because that's what it's all about. And some of us will sit there and we'll go through and we'll get down to our last, we'll be almost dead, almost barren, and we still will fight against the call that God has on our life because of how we think we might look to folks. What? Let me tell y'all, in these last few months, I'll say, these last few months, I have really had to accept the call that God has placed on my life. And I know y'all probably like, what? The last few months? Listen, I promise you, I have been wrestling, with the call, that God has placed on my life. I've been fighting in so many different ways, and, because, you tell yourself, well, Lord, who am I? And, am I ready, for this? And, I don't want to lose nobody else, or, I don't want to, and you fight against it. You fight against the call that God has on your life because, following the Lord is hard enough as it is, right? With the rejection and everything that you have to deal with when it comes to people. But let me tell you, when God is all you have, what? You realize that he is all you need, right? And you tighten them shoelaces up, you grit them teeth sometimes, you plant your feet, and you go on, right? Not saying that there won't be times that you still won't be afraid, but listen, have confidence and trust in the fact that if God called you to it, he's going to see you through it, right? You don't have to fear. What can man do to you? What? If God be for you, who? Everybody say who? Who can be against you? You do not have to fear. Do not be afraid to become, right? Because the song said, when I look back over my life and I think things all over, I promise you this word is blessing me. I can truly say that I've been blessed. I got a testimony. Did nobody do this but God, right? So I don't have to give nobody no glory except for him. When you delight yourself in the Lord, he will give you the desires of your heart, right? I love y'all. I am so blessed by this word. I pray that you all will have an amazing day, and I pray that you all will get the confidence, get your confidence in God up, get your trust in the Lord up, that you can believe that if he said it, he is going to do it. It's not that he won't lie. He can't. He can't lie. If he said it, it is going to happen regardless of what it may look like to you right now. You got to get your faith up. If God said it, then every day that you wake up, you should be looking for what God said, because it's coming. But you got to live a life of expectation. What? Because that's where your blessings are, is in the expectation. Because when God sees the expectation, they waiting on me. He loves that. What? He's able to do exceeding abundantly above all that you could ever ask or think, according to the power, the expectation that is at work in you. Right? Y'all better look for that more that God promised you. Then he said make room. He didn't tell you to make room for nothing. You better make room and keep looking, because I'm looking. I'm waiting. I'm excited to see all that the Lord is going to do in this season, because it's coming. I promise you. Love y'all. Gotta go.